Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. And then the last thing I want to discuss here in Indiana this week, and we will stay on the college campuses. And this one from the Indianapolis Star. Indiana University ranked as U.S. worst public college for free speech. In Tuesday's rankings, the Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression tanked IU's score largely because leadership canceled a speaker in response to the anti-DEI movement and placed a sniper atop the student union during the 2024 pro-Palestine encampment. So, FIRE, which is a, if I may say, FIRE acronym, is a nonpartisan organization that defends First Amendment rights across the political spectrum. Survey company College Pulse ranked the campus speech environment of 257 public and private universities each year. It uses student surveys, policy wording, and university decisions to calculate each college's score. For years, FIRE has criticized the university for actions it says violate the First Amendment and damage the free speech climate. Like last year, FIRE highlighted IU in its report, pointing to the school's response to pro-Palestine advocacy and the cancellation of multiple speaking events and an art exhibit, among other examples. Just this June, a couple months ago, a district court judge ruled IU likely violated the campus community's First Amendment rights when it made an abrupt change to its expressive activities policy in reaction to the encampment. The university later revised its policies. D, you went to IU. Thoughts?
Well, I not only went to IU, but my office was right across from Dunn Meadow when I worked at IU for 13 years in student affairs. And, you know, at lunch, you could go out and hear any number of different opinions, many of which I utterly disagreed with. But Dunn Meadow was designated.
Was Pastor Dan there when you were on campus there, D?
Always around somewhere, yelling and hollering at everybody going by. And you just, how are you? But yeah, I mean, that's why, Chris can tell you this. Why do you come to university? You come to university to learn something in depth and to meet new people and to be exposed to all kinds of different things. So you can make up your own mind as to what it is you want to do with yourself and what it is you think about things, and to be pushed and prodded and all of those wonderful things that make us the people that we, can grow up to be. And so I think that putting a sniper on the roof was outrageous and horrible. I agree with that. And that never should have happened. And it got such attention, negative attention, that we now are getting even further negative attention from that. I'd also like to point it out that the cancellation of the so-called DEI speaker, that was pretty interesting to me, because Charlie Kirk was scheduled to speak at Indiana University Bloomington in October. So why wasn't he canceled for his DEI? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. And so coming up with weak excuses for cutting into First Amendment rights, which we have, and that's part of the Constitution, and I'm sorry, that's bigger than all of us, I think is a shame, and I think we probably deserve it.
Hey, listen, not all bad news, though, at Indiana colleges in this report. So Purdue sits on the opposite end of the rankings as the country's top public university for its First Amendment environment, though the group notes that could change next year. See, it turns out Purdue's institutional neutrality commitment is in question after they've distanced themselves from their own student newspaper ahead of this school year. And this decision took place after FIRE's data collection period for the year had ended. Kurt, any last comments maybe on the Purdue angle of that before we move on to our national and international stories?
I'm not going to comment on Purdue because I've never been a fan of Purdue University, and so I'm gonna plead the fifth on that. But I do agree with D, though. All of this is just It's a violation of our First Amendment rights, and putting a sniper on top of a building is a form of martial law. So, I mean, it's whether you think that or not, it is. When you have a gunman overseeing protesters that are exercising their constitutional right, regardless of what your feelings are on it. But we know why this is happening at IU, and you know what's going on down there. So.
Yeah, turns out shooting people from roofs or even threatening such because of what they say is not good in any case.
It's kind of bizarre. Yeah.